Yo, what is up, everybody? How's it going? Let me get the freaking chat going. Let me freaking turn up my lights in here. What's going on, everybody? Good to see ya. I'm gonna get the chat pulled up here in just a second. What's going on, everybody? This is the last stream. This is the final stream before the judging stream, before we reveal the top 100 renders to the world. It's gonna be a crazy week next week. I'm gonna have to go through all the thousands of art, pull the top 100, pull the winners. Y'all been hard at work. I've been doing my best to keep away from looking at all the awesome art just because I want, this time around, I feel like I can actually look at all the art for the very first time when I'm looking at that, all the renders come Monday after you guys submit at 11:59 p.m. PST here on Sunday, all right, September 1st. What's going on, everybody? Hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully you can see me. I'm gonna get the chat pulled up here in just 2 seconds. Oh yeah, here you go. This time around, all right, so we are like days away from submission time. Oh boy. Getting emotional just thinking about it. And this is a heavy time for you guys. It's a heavy time because it all comes down to submission, right? It all comes down to submission, and you do not want to be in the pit of despair with your render, all right? You want to follow those tech specs, and you want to get your submission submitted properly to ensure eligibility for the top 100, because there's lots of cool prizes to win, and, you know, also just being a part of the top 100 montage with the custom music and everything. Super cool. I've been hearing the music from Miles that he's working on. He's killing it. He's doing a great job, so I'm excited. So this stream, we're gonna go hard on all of the technical specifications that you guys need to follow to make sure that your render goes through on time. This is the make or break moment. So we're gonna get the how not to submit video pinned up in chat, and then we're gonna get started. So I highly recommend, please watch this video. Watch this video. I think I put it out for the Endless Engines Challenge, and you guys, it's going to be in your best interest to watch this video before you submit. Please do it. Please do it. You've worked so hard to get to this point. So watch this video and please submit properly. All right. We are going to meet, I'd say, I think 6 artists today. And we're going to take a look at their works in progress. And I'm assuming by this point, hopefully, more than works in progress. They're going to be near finals. And we're going to give them some advice on submission, right? Because all of you guys are kind of at this point. Some of you may or may not have further to go than others, but I just want to help you guys over the next hour plus a little bit. We got about an hour, 10 minutes today on stream with you guys, and I'm just going to try and help you across the finish line, help each other across the finish line. Steve Began, I see you in chat. What's up, my friend? Super kind of you. He just said down in chat, if you guys have any Unreal Engine 5 questions, Sensei Steve is in chat right now. He's going to help you with any of that stuff. Thank you, Sensei Steve. We got Rococo over here. What's up? Is that Sam? Do I spy a Mr. Jabberwocky Sam in chat? What up, Rococo? How's it going? I'm a bit underexposed. You know, I feel like it's a little moody. It's moody when it's underexposed. But let's hop in, guys. Let's hop in. It ain't about me. It's about the art today. And we're meeting our first artist. Who's it gonna be? We got Good Soup. Can you hear us? Can you see us?
Hello.
What's going on?
What's up? What's up?
It's going, man. It's going. How are you doing? How are you feeling near the end of this challenge?
Getting there.
Yeah.
Finally, it's gonna be done.
Yes.
I don't think this is mine.
This is yours, yeah? Is it? It is?
No, this is not mine.
All right, here. Where are you at?
This is, yeah.
Are you Buzz?
I am the very dark one.
The very dark.
No,
one.
not this one.
They're also dark.
Yeah, this one. No, the last. Yeah.
This one. Boom. Ooh. Oh my God. What? Dude, that's so cool.
Thank you.
That is so cool. Wow. That is so cool. Dude, that is awesome. Great idea. Great execution. Great lighting. Great camera shake. Great, like, way to mix up and, like, push the rules, I think, to a good point, to a good spot. And, like, I think you pushed it just far enough, took some creative liberties on it, and, like, I think you nailed this. Wow. That is fun. Tell me about this. Like, why'd you go with this? What spawned this idea?
I don't know. When I was watching the animation, like the template for the jumping one, I just felt like it would be nice to cut off the upper half of the body.
Okay,
just for no reason.
So you had
and
that.
Then I thought that would be fun.
You had that from the idea from the beginning. Sweet. Okay.
Yeah, and I also got a lot of help from the guys in Discord. Gave me some smaller ideas to build upon.
Such as?
Such as getting the arm jammed into the hips.
Yeah.
Like, to make it have a similar profile as like a full person.
Yeah.
So it will flow better.
I think that's spot on. I think that's good advice from the community. Yeah, and it makes it like fun and quirky and like silly and just like they're still going. They're still going. Wow, that is so cool. I love your color and like the atmosphere with the fog and everything. That is good.
Thank you.
Shoot.
Do you think the spark? Because I'm working on the middle. Yeah, that big spark right there. Do you think I should kind of change that a little bit, because right now it might feel a little bit too even and artificial.
My eye was not. I wasn't caught on that, but like now that I'm staring at it, let's stare at it. Let's stare at it some more. So, it looks like the sparks kind of float. Technically, I feel like they would fall. They go up almost. It's like I don't know why. I guess it's the camera. It's the camera shake. It's the camera shake like that, right? Yeah. Nice. Good job on the like true motion blur where it's just a streak of light. That's really good.
Thank you.
But yeah, you see how like it looks like they're just like floating in space outward. They're not really falling. So unless gravity here is different, which I'm not getting the sign of, like technically they should be falling more. Just put more gravity on them. Always reference. Is that stock footage or is that in 3D?
That's a particle system.
So it looks nice.
Increase. Thank you.
Yeah, it looks nice. Yeah, I'd increase the gravity a little bit and like, but honestly, look, if you ran out of time, like it's not that big of a deal. It all comes down to like, what do you have? You have, today's Friday, you have Saturday. And so you have like 2.5 days left, but that's assuming that you push it all the way to like hours before the deadline. And that's hairy. So like, give yourself time. This goes to everybody. Give yourself time to submit. Give yourself like all the runway you need to submit and find out that upon submission that you have 126 frames or your frame rate is weird. To make those changes, re-export from, whatever video renderer or video software you're using and re-upload. Or not re-upload, because this time around what we're doing is basically in the submission form, we're saying any duplicate submission will not be eligible for top 100. So you need to make sure it's right on your first submission. You only get one submission. So with that being said, like we put all of these like stops in place to ensure that that when you're submitting, and also we're like literally asking you how many frames is your render, what's the frame rate of your render, and you have to type it in, and either you type it in and don't look at it and don't care, or you look at it and type in what your render says, and hopefully if it's a frame off or something, you'll catch it. So we're trying to help you guys out with this. But yes, the point of what I was saying here, Mr. Soup, was that you only have so much time left, right? You have like a day plus. If the sparks is the only thing on your list of things you want to fix, then fix them. Go ahead. But if you have like 10 things you want to fix, focus on the most important thing and make a list of order of importance and give yourself a cutoff time, like maybe, I don't know, Sunday afternoon or something. Don't wait until Sunday night. This is assuming you're on Pacific Standard Time. Who knows what time it is over there on the other side of the world? Or where are you from, by the way?
I am originally from China, but I'm in Rhode Island right now.
Okay, so you were born in China and then you guys moved to Rhode Island?
I'm born in Canada, but I grew up in China, and then I'm going to school in the US right now.
Oh, no way. Sweet. Very cool.
Yes.
So yeah, anything else while you're here with us? Like, do you have any other questions? And like, this is just awesome. I'm loving this.
Thank you. Do you have any other, suggestions or things I should kind of look onto?
Man, not that I can. This is just awesome. Like, this feels pretty darn complete to me.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I saw people in the chat talking about making the laser charge up a bit longer.
Yeah, I could see that. Like while you're on particle effects, maybe just throw like a particle effect getting sucked in to the laser. So it's like, and then that way, like you kind of draw the eye to it and then it fires, and you could maybe do some like displacement, like, with like a lens, you can track a little lens flare on it or something in After Effects or whatever. So yeah, you could probably beef up that blast. I I think it is a little underwhelming. You know, maybe just give it a little bit more focus and try and charge it up a little bit. That would be cool. Yeah. But again, it's like this is just a little cherry on top details, right? So already your render's great. But if you wanted to do those two things before submission time, just don't let those two things stop you from submitting or submitting late. So that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How do you feel about it? How do you feel your process has been over this last month, and like, how are you feeling?
Yeah, it's been a very stressful 1 month. Like I started at the August 10th, and I had to travel to 2 places, Indiana and North Carolina. So I didn't have a lot of working time.
Yeah.
And it's also the first time entering this challenge. So.
Oh, cool. Well, you're doing a really great job, and yeah, I'm sorry to hear it was stressful, but man, it's paying off. Really, really cool.
Thank you. It was the good stress.
Yeah, it's fun. I get it. So I'm probably gonna lose the video here in a second. I'm just want to read Metatrox's comment. He said, "Turn off local space on the Niagara Sparks."
Okay. I'm not using
Unreal.
Unreal for this one.
Dude, sorry. Both of us are just thinking it. We're just in Unreal world. That's hilarious. What else? Was there anything else in here? Yeah, definitely take a look at chat. There might be some fun little ideas. Mm-hmm. And you know, Metatrox could have totally been like replying to someone else's comment, or no, maybe he also assumed that it was Unreal. We're living in an Unreal world, man. That's like all I'm in these days. But yeah, hey, congratulations. This is so cool. What an awesome idea and a great execution. Fun characters, fun, like you're playing with the physical space in a really cool way, because just the robot, like the sense of scale is amazing, and the idea is really cool, and god dang, yeah, this is awesome.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Anything else before we move on here to the next artist?
I think it's a lot that I need to chew on. The cannon and the sparks. I gotta go fix that.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Thank you a lot.
Absolutely. And lastly, let me just double check that your render is indeed following the right specs. 126, 1920 by 810, 24. You're good to go. Yeah. Yep. If you submitted this file, you would be fine.
Okay.
But yeah, man, congrats. Great work. And we'll see you soon, Mr. Soup. We'll see you in the montages.
Oh, see ya. Thank you.
Yeah, catch you later. Peace.
Bye.
Later, man. All right, Sotomonte. We're gonna switch back to Solo. Let Soto do his little behind-the-scenes magic to swap out the artists. Between each artist, I'm gonna answer you guys' question. Let's see. Let's see. Mr. Athmarama. He said, Can you enter? You got late in conforming that I will be ready. I am all set this time. I just need some help. I don't understand. I don't know what you quite need help with, but yes, you can submit as long as it's before the deadline, September 1st. All right, who's next? Polycross, what's going on?
Hello.
Which one is your render? Can you help me find it?
It's the one with all the castles. If it's there.
Yes.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. So first things first, looking like we got some aspect ratio thing going on.
Yeah, I think I rendered with
1920, like 69.
Yeah. I just rendered it quickly, so
that's fine.
I was aware of it.
Okay, good. Yeah. All right, let me just scale you up. Why is that not scaling? Here we go. Boom. All right, let's take a look. Fun. Very fun. What was your inspiration for this?
Well, I've been playing Elden Ring
Oh, yeah.
while it's been summer, and yeah, I really love that game. And I didn't like specifically have like references from Elden Ring, but just the whole vibe
Yeah,
is like kind of inspired by Elden Ring.
totally. Yeah, I see it. I see it. I mean, the helmet of the main character, um, the castles and like all the lighting, really cool here. Imagery, like, let me see if I can zoom in on this. Right back in here. Let's go like 200%. Oh no, it won't work there. But you got these guys back here.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Like, what cool imagery. Did you come up with that, or is that based off of a reference or something?
I kind of came up with it myself.
Oh yeah, that's nice. I it's like they're broken apart, reaching for some sort of like portal to salvation. Like, what is going on there?
Yeah, I'm not even sure. It's just
It just looks cool.
I just thought about it and it would look sick.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. No, that's,
No one's allowed to reach it. No one's allowed.
That's cool. So tell me about your process here. What was the month like for you, and how are you feeling about this render so far?
Well, I've had a lot of fun. I haven't really been stressing anything really.
Okay, cool.
But I've been trying a lot of different things, and it's been looking different every week, and
Cool.
yeah. But I'm really happy with what I have now.
Yeah, you should be. This is really cool. I think your lighting is really bringing all this together. It has like a really cool feel to it. There's a lot of detail. There's a lot of layers, and you're doing a good job of like visually communicating those layers with all the different layers of fog and stuff. Like, you can see that chunk of castle, this foreground chunk of castle. Are you compositing this in like a 2D compositor, or is this all just rendered out of like Blender or something?
It's almost all just rendered out of Blender, and I did like some like glare compositing and some color corrections in Blender.
Do you have layers broken up? Like, are you using a video like After Effects or DaVinci Fusion or something? Or no?
I did put it in DaVinci and just export it out. I think I added some sharpening filters.
Okay.
And I think it's a little too much sharpening, but I just want to try it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have it broken up into layers in DaVinci? Like, can you add? Basically, what I'm saying is like, can you add some more fog between layers or anything? Are you at that point, or is it called just all? It's all rendered in. Like, this is what we are working with essentially.
It's one layer, but
Okay.
I have some like what do you call it, fog plates, so I could like change the position of the fog plates.
So, are you what are you tweaking at this point? Is this done, or in your mind, or are you still like tweaking little things? What's your plan for the next 2 days?
Yeah. I'm like so I don't know if I'm gonna keep the other, like the second character.
Okay.
I don't know if it's too much or if it should stay. I did add some like he's holding a shield now in the newer version, and
The main
he's
character?
also no the
Yeah.
like, second guy
Yeah.
in the start, and he also has some pants now, which he didn't have. And the rock at the end that the enemy is raising up.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that is. It was just an idea that I had in mind.
Oh, like a second attack.
Yeah, like follow up, that type of thing.
Yeah, I don't
Oh yeah.
think the follow-up is necessarily too big of a deal. The other character, let's see. For the other character, I don't know really what what it's bringing to the scene besides just kind of like chaos.
Yeah.
I will say that like animation is one of the hardest things ever, and I absolutely suck at animation and wouldn't even be able to animate what you've done here. But I do feel like the animation on that character is a little stiff compared to
Yeah,
yeah,
I,
yeah, just a little bit, enough to notice
I
just like a
think-
hair.
yeah, I think it's because it's like a weird thing when it's like he's running slower,
Yeah.
and then it's like stepping some kind of way. Because it is from Mixamo, so
I see.
I mean it shouldn't be looking weird, but it is somehow.
Yeah,
And, yeah.
the stop. Like, can you see my camera? You can see my face here.
Yeah.
So I feel like if that character was running toward a rock and they saw it, I feel like, because kind of what you have is like they're running and then they just like stop, like they just stop like this. Maybe
Yeah.
like run and like whoa, like scramble back kind of a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like if you pulled that character out, would you have to re-render the entire thing?
No, I could just like one click him out.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how much they're like making the piece. If you took them out, I feel like it would just be more focused on our character and like
Yeah.
um
Because he's like showing that the main character is like strong and actually able to walk over the bridge, but he's not. Like showing that the main character is better, kind of.
yeah. Let's take a look at chat here and see what they say. Yeah, Rococo Sam says I dropped the other character, although I'm sure it could be argued either way. It might be easier to focus on all the other badass elements. Yes, agreed. And then Cola says something seems off with the compositing when the rock hits, some effects go off.
Yeah, that's I've handled that issue. It's something with a distortion effect.
Okay, cool.
It's like it's like blocking the emission pass thing.
I see. Is that
Yeah, I've fixed it.
Okay.
Fixed it.
Yeah, okay.
I'll do the distortion in post instead.
Cool.
So
Cool. No, this is awesome. Do you have any questions right now with the render or where you're at? Like how you feeling?
I don't have any questions.
Okay.
No.
Let's see. Another thing I'm seeing here is just it's pretty like a low sample rate, and you have that.
Yeah, it is. That lighting is I just tried that lighting.
Yeah.
And it's just one light, and I removed it because it did the weird thing. It looks weird.
I see.
So that's different now.
Okay. Cool. All right. So
'Cause
yeah, you're
this
on
render this render was like 3 days ago.
Got
So
it.
I've done 3 pages.
Did you try using the FOXRENDER farm stuff, or did you just render on your home machine?
I'm rendering on my own.
Okay.
I've never used a render farm.
Yeah, I've only done it once in my life. It was cool. It was helpful. But yeah, it was a very specific case. No, this is great. This is freaking awesome. You got some floating rocks here too.
Yeah.
That's fun. Sweet. Yeah, man. I think this is solid. We kind of touched on some things. It looks like you're already kind of taking care of it. You're thinking in the same direction. I'm feeling good about it. You're feeling good about it. You should be very proud. Thanks for joining the challenge. And how many challenges have you done with us so far?
I think 3. I think
3? Heck
or
yeah.
maybe 4.
Heck yeah.
3 I've actually submitted, but I think I've been at 4, but one of them didn't get submitted because I submitted wrong.
Oh no. Yeah.
But it was a long time ago. It wasn't even that good.
Let's see what you're working with. Tech specs wise, 126 frames. This one, I know you know, but I'm gonna just like highlight it for everyone here at home watching because it is important and a lot of people do this. You will not be eligible for top 100 if you do this. But if you submit like this, if you submit, let me switch to 1920 by 1080. This is what is submitted. It's like black bars on the top and bottom, it needs to be widescreen. You need to make sure that your resolution is correct. And again, I know Polycross, you're aware of this. You need to get something out for this stream. But just for everyone at home, please make sure you're not rendering 16:9 resolution. You need to be rendering or exporting at the 2 provided resolutions, and that is 1920 by 810 or 3840 by 1620. It's widescreen format, all right? So your final render should not have black bars. If it does have black bars, you cannot be eligible for top 100 or top 5. So that's how it goes. That's how it goes, right? So let me switch back, and then we can say goodbye to Polycross and good luck, and we'll move on here.
Thank you.
Let's get this going. Damn. Yeah, man. Good luck with everything. Give yourself enough time to submit stress-free, with the ability to make little changes, technical changes if needed at the end there, because you did all this hard work and you don't want to, you want to cross that finish line. So thank you for sharing with us. Thanks for being the stand-in there for that resolution shout out, that resolution call out, and have fun with it and enjoy your weekend.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I'll catch you later, Polycross.
Bye.
Peace. All right, Soto Monte is going to get the next artist up. Let's see what's going on in chat. What's up, everybody? Timmy, in your scene, you combine the slide and the mantle into one animation, still transitioning smoothly in and out of the run cycle. So we both slides and mantles. Is that okay? Yeah, totally. As long, again, I think it's rule number 2 or something, where you have, as long as you have the run cycle at the front and end to transition into the next renders, you can either use the provided animation or do your own thing within that middle chunk of the scene, right? And combining 2 animations is totally cool. Let's move on to our next artist.
Hello.
Sumyin, what's going on?
Good. How are you?
Good. Did I say that right? Sumyin, is that right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. What was your render?
The very bright one with the whale, the train.
Yeah.
This one, yep.
This is crazy. Okay, so this was drawn in, is digital, right?
Yeah, it's digital.
Okay.
Everything.
Yeah. But this looks like, I don't know anything about traditional animation, but it looks like you went to school for this or something.
No, I didn't. This is all Blender, actually.
Okay. Tell me about this. What state of the render is this? Is this final? Is this still need to be colored? Are all the sketching and the notes going to be on screen? What's your final vision for this?
So my final vision is to actually keep most of the notes and I'm probably not going to color it. I really wanted to aim for this uncompleted sketchy style. That was the goal originally.
Yeah. Okay. So it'll stay pretty much like this, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm still looking to tweak things, and since it's mostly there's 2D elements, I can change them very fast still.
Yeah. Okay. So tell me a bit about this render style and why you wanted to tackle this style as opposed to any other style.
So I was really just, before this challenge really, I was browsing, just looking at animation, and I found that a lot of the panels before colored, they had this special color scheme, and I did some research and I was like, oh, so this is how they actually indicate this is shadow or this is highlight. And I often find it to have more detail than the final product, and I really liked how it looked to the eye, so and this challenge came up, so I was like, I have to try it.
Yeah. So you talking like Miyazaki's sketches when he's storyboarding, and they're kind of loosely, roughly sketched with the colored pencil vibe, that kind of thing?
Yeah. So that's kind of what I tried to do with the clouds in the back.
Yeah.
I'm doing the background last, and this is really recent actually, so.
Sweet. Very cool. Very cool. Tell me about your story. What's this about?
For me, I really want to go for the feeling of like, since I saw the jump, the idea was that we would go from something really noisy, chaotic, because you have the camera shake and the train, and then you would go into something much more calm, like nature sort of. You have the train reveal the clouds in the background with the whale and more nature sort of. So that's kind of the story, that this girl is running from like this chaotic city into maybe a more grown out, like rundown place, more nature sort of.
Very cool. Very, very cool. Sweet. Yeah. Yeah, I can see it. It's like very noisy, like white noise with the train. And then it's peaceful, or it's more open. It's more open. And like the scene transitions to like a larger, kind of, how would I describe that? Yeah, it's just like a larger, kind of environment, I guess.
Yeah, so I actually like the power lines on the top, I cut them off and I sort of lowered the railing just so you could sort of more open up the scene sort of.
That's
that
cool.
was a decision.
So is that whale in her imagination, or is it an actual whale, like in the distance?
I'm not sure. Maybe it could be both, I'd say.
Yeah. So where are you at with the render? Are you making tweaks, or is this pretty much final?
I'm still making tweaks. In fact, I drew like the clouds yesterday night. I went through several iterations with the clouds, and I've people from the server giving me great feedback, telling me what they kind of want, and I sort of landed with this more sketchy style. But I can still tweak anything, and as well as the overlay, the entire frame, I sort of photoshopped it with like some random text and frames.
That's really cool. It
So,
feels legit. It feels like it would be part of like some studios, like pre-color pass and like animation notes or something.
Oh, that's kind of the goal, and
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just looking for, something's, too catching attention to the eye. That's sort of what I'm looking for now. So I changed the grass, just today, just because people were saying it was too bright or too like saturated.
I see. Do you have any questions on your render for me, or anything you're kind of torn between, or anything like that?
My questions would be, what's your opinion on like the overlays I sort of have? The frame, I have it in 50% opacity, and like the little keynotes I've written. Like, do you think they're maybe too noisy, too much, or too little?
Usually with overlays, we're always like, nah, with overlays. And not to say that everyone at home with overlays is like, oh god, but I feel like this one is actually justified, and it fits the vibe you're going for really well, actually. All of those notes there too, the A5, A10, like all that stuff with the arrows, the black and red, and like all that stuff, it feels legit. Like, I thought in my mind, I was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be like, these are notes for him, so that when you color it and finalize it, you know what you're doing. So like it feels so legit that like I thought that it was just for you.
That's great to hear.
Yeah. So that's super cool.
Yeah.
That's super cool. Anything I'm just looking at? I love you got the frame count up there. That's
Right, I really make sure to make sure. So on the bottom left, if you can actually see, the text actually says that I didn't move the camera and I didn't change the resolution. That's just.
I think my only note is I don't know if she's going for that balloon. I did not realize she was going for the balloon. So maybe you could color the balloon red just to draw the eye to it and make the connection that she's going for it.
I think so, yeah. That is something I've noticed. That's true.
Yeah, on the first viewing, I didn't know. It had to take me a few times to like understand. And like maybe you tie the balloon to the, like, not literally, but like with color, maybe you tie it to the whale or something. Like, not to say that the whale is red and the balloon's red, but like because she got this balloon, it was like a spirit balloon or something, and it summoned this whale. I don't know. Because would the whale have popped up if she didn't grab the balloon or didn't jump, you know, like, I guess that's the only thing story-wise I'm trying to connect. And I think you might be able to do it with color.
Yeah, I think I'll try to experiment with things, you know, and I think this is good advice.
For these, like, action frames here, like, it's more, right now what you have going on is a bit more, like, abstract and kind of amorphous. And I'm wondering if you pull it into the balloon as opposed to shooting out of the balloon down to a point of the screen where we don't really need to be looking. It's like focus, maybe reverse it so that like it sucks into the balloon and we see a clear image of her grabbing the balloon and like pulling it in or something. You know, you can do some loose sketches over top in white, you know, black and white, to like, because there's a story opportunity here, right? So maybe you color the balloon a certain color to make to communicate that it's important. On these black and white frames, you have some sketches or some images of her like grabbing it or something, and maybe it, like the light is sucking into the balloon as opposed to like shooting out and down, right? Because my eye kind of like goes to down here with this frame right here. My eye just kind of goes down here, but instead drawing the attention up to where we need to be looking, which is her grabbing the balloon, you know, and seeing her grab the balloon in these moments here, perhaps. That would be my only note, just to tie it together a little bit and kind of communicate that the balloon's important. And, you know, if you want to go the extra mile with like story, is maybe linking the color of the balloon to the color of the whale or something. Like, I don't know. It's just a random idea, and it's not absolutely necessary, but I'm just trying to like figure out the most doable way in the next 2 days to link these two moments together, I guess. So those would be my notes for you on that. And that's all. Otherwise, I think this looks really cool.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'll definitely play around and see if I can get the story in and focus on the balloons and the impact frame. So definitely try to inverse and yeah, try these things out.
Yeah, and take a look at chat too to see if there's any helpful pieces of advice, some things that we didn't think of. Chat might have some helpful pieces of advice for you. So be nice, guys. We're looking at you. And you guys usually are, so I appreciate that. Any last questions that you have, or any last thoughts before we call it?
Not really. I mean, I just like to thank you for having me and giving me this great advice.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. You should be very proud. This is a really cool style, and like, I'm excited to see what else you can do with this. You know, in either future challenges or just personal work, whatever. So you should feel very proud of yourself. Congrats.
Thank you.
All right, so Mien, we'll let you go, and we'll see you in the montages.
Okay, see you.
Yeah, later. Peace. All right, cool stuff. Yeah, guys, we appreciate all of the helpful advice in chat. We'll be looking out for you guys. I'll answer any other questions. I should go through some of the comments with the person that I'm talking to. Potentially. There's so much to talk about, though. Let's see, any other things? Now we'll move on. Sotomonte's ready. He's ready with the next artist. Let's do it. Alby, what's going on? Oh, Alby, can we hear you? Where you at, Alby?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you are. What's up?
All right. Hey, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Which one's your render? Help me out.
It's the Buzz one.
Buzz.
The Toy Story one.
Oh, so we had a little chat. We had a little convo.
Yeah, we did.
Let's just take a look first. Oh yeah, sick. I love that. I saw some people doing some similar like camera things. You pull the camera down. That's very fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's very, very fun.
I think there's a new render on the thread, but yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have time to pull it. Well, so many things
No,
we're trying
it's
to get
okay. It's okay.
synced up. Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's take a look. I want to check two things tech spec wise, rules wise. Let's take a look first. First things first. Yeah, we saw you got 127 frames. Just a word of warning. Make sure it's 126 when you submit. And for everyone at home, let me show you how I'm looking at this. So, and thanks by the way for being a little stand-in here on that 127. No shame. So right here in DaVinci, Alt F, Alt Find, F for Find is gonna pull it up in your browser, and you can just sort by frames, resolution, and FPS. You can right click up in here and choose what pieces of info you wanna look at. And this is the way I'm doing it, right? So I see we got 127 frames. We want 126, right? So make sure you're at 126, and then 1920 by 810, that is one of two correct resolutions, the other being 3840 by 1620. It's just the 4K version. And then 24 FPS, everyone here's 24, so that's good. So that's how I'm checking for the tech specs, if the tech specs are correct. So yeah, definitely take a look that way. It's all good, you know, you hadn't submitted it yet, so you know, rather know now than know when it's too late. So everyone at home, check your stuff. The second thing I wanted to check, let me get this back up full screen, is just your character positioning. And I wanted to make sure that they were like in the right place. Let's grab a render that kind of holds it consistently. Maybe this one. Yeah. Okay, ooh, a little foreshadowing. Okay. I'm gonna overlay this, and we're gonna.
Yeah, because with this extra frame, I wasn't sure. Like I've had quite some troubles with this, and I wasn't sure which pose to take for my last frame, and then I guess it got messed up there.
Let's see. Yeah, okay, so it looks like you bring them back. You bring them back to the original position. One of my questions was, is your character slipped back? So the ultimate way to test this, let me just pull up like the actual, and this is why we include this, by the way. I'm kind of talking ahead of myself, but this is why we include this. So in the starter files under reference, we gave you guys these references when you downloaded the starter file. This reference run just comes straight from, I think, the Blender project file, and that is like the base truth of where the character, you know, should be positioned in screen. So I'm gonna just 50% overlay these, since I know this is correct, and see here. Yeah, so it looks like your character is like behind a little bit.
Yeah.
So I would take another look at that. Hopefully you have some time to get them back in front, like scooted up a little bit. And it could just be a matter of re-rendering the frames before the jump. Like you don't have to re-render the whole thing, but just you want to match them up so that run cycle kind of overlays over the run cycle. The end looks pretty good to me. But that beginning, they're pushed back a little bit, you know, so technically it kind of breaks the montage flow just a little bit, but you know, we want to try and get them as close to that original run for the beginning and the end as possible. So those will be my two technical notes for you to try and, you know, even if you take the next 2 days to kind of get that situated and back on track, then you'd be in a really good place, you know. Otherwise, let's just talk about your render here, because I think it looks really sweet. Right. And I think the action is very fun. And yeah, I love the camera move coming down. It's really cool. Jumping over the train, barely makes it. Okay, so they're being chased. Buzz is being chased by the lamp. That's why he's running.
Yeah, the
right?
Pixar lamp.
Yeah. Okay, got you. Is there a world where that lamp is right on his heels from frame 1, so that we understand he's being chased by frame 1? Like, we understand the story. Because like right now, you're like, oh, he's just running and he's jumping over a train. And then maybe people catch the lamp. Versus, oh, he's running from a lamp from frame 1. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that would be...
Yeah, I feel like the lamp is very visible while he jumps.
Yep, it is.
Because the camera kind of stops for the slow-mo.
Yep.
But so yeah, okay. All right. Noted.
Yep. And this will be a thing of order of operations, right? You want to kind of put it in order of what's most important, you know, over the next 2 days that you have, assuming you're going to give yourself some time to upload, right? You don't want to be uploading in a rush. So let's see. What else? How are you feeling about this? And do you have any like plans for the next 2 days? Before I mentioned anything on stream here, did you have any plans over the next 2 days for the render?
Yeah. Well, I've changed quite a few things already. Mostly the lighting situation has changed a tiny bit.
Okay.
Where it's very orangey right now.
Yeah.
Because of the volumetric scattering intensity setting in Unreal.
Totally.
I tuned that down. And I tweaked it so it looks quite quite a bit nicer right now.
Cool.
But my main concerns here are mainly with like the starting area where the lamp is jumping and Buzz runs on. Right now it feels a bit empty.
Okay.
They're just like very low poly boxes that he's running on, and so I wasn't sure what to do with that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean.
Other than that, I don't know. For me, it's been the first challenge I've participated in, and
Wow.
it's my first time animating anything really.
Holy crap! Oh my god!
Like I've done like small animations here and there, mostly hard surface stuff, but. Yeah, this was a challenge. This was really a challenge for me.
That's so cool. That's so cool to hear. You're killing it, like for your first challenge and like the first time animating. Like, what the heck, man? Jeez.
Yeah, thanks.
Wow.
I mean, I've been studying game graphics production for quite a while. I graduated this year, so yeah, I'm not new to 3D, but the animation part of it was totally new for me.
Yeah. That's amazing. I love the blocks too. The little subtle story or the little subtle message there. That's fun.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And do you think the this nightlight that is turning around? My idea was a very early idea, and I'm not sure if I should scrap it now. I've had some feedback on the server of people that say that might be a bit too much now to look at. Like you cannot pay attention to the lamp, Woody waving his hat, the skateboard falling, and everything at the same time.
I see what you're saying.
I don't know if I...
The reason I like it is because it provides some color contrast. So, you know what I mean? Like, it has a nice blue-orange. It's hard to tell. Like, I am colorblind. What is that, purple? I don't know. But it has some sort of color contrast. All right, so I saw, I think from Steve, from Sensei Steve in the chat, he was talking about Woody's hat flipping here, like.
Oh my god, yeah. I've been delaying that so long.
Yeah, I think it just needs to be lowered a little bit. Like, you know, like you can keep it like here or there. So we see it leaving.
Oh, I thought he meant that the hat clips with the locomotive. The top of the locomotive, there's like points at where, but there you go. It just clips fully through. I need to fix this.
Yeah, that's less of a thing. I didn't really notice that.
it's very quick, so
yeah, it's more the fact that it's like just like taking up, I don't know, 30%, 25% of the image of a dark void, and then it's just boop, pops to nothing or back to existence. So
yeah.
like I would just lower it, keep it here, let it exit frame at this height, you know, maybe this height, just to try and avoid that like pop. That's a good note. And then in terms of like the story, yeah, I would try and get that lamp in closer on his heels from the first frame, so the story is communicated.
That's perfect. That's perfect because I actually still need to move Buzz a little bit to the right, and so I'll get a little bit more space on the right to put the lamp.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. I like that. I think that will work out. 2 notes in 1. That's good. And this render has, it's just my pet peeve. I'm too harsh on it, but it's got the chromatic aberration. Is that right? Or it's got some like VHS filter or something like.
I tweaked the post processing quite a bit, and I for sure there's still things that I need to turn off. And color grading and all of this, I'm still planning on doing all of the post-processing stuff.
Okay, cool.
But so chromatic aberration is a no-go for you.
It's okay. It's like people. Here's another. I mean, how do I say this? It has its place, and if we're talking musically, you know, people love, you know, the clarinet. I'm just picking some random thing. But some people might like, oh, the sound of the clarinet, I just can't stand it. But like, obviously, it's used in beautiful ways, right? So it's more of a personal dumb thing with me. It's not gonna get you booted from any montage or whatever. It's just a matter of like, why? And I think I go hard on it, and I'm like, why? Because some people crank it so hard, and it's just like, this just looks like I'm watching a 3D movie without the goggles, you know?
Yeah, I get that for sure.
So just be subtle with it and like kind of look at what you're trying to reference. It's like just be what's the word I'm looking for? Deliberate kind of with it, as opposed to just randomly throwing it on. Not to say that you're just randomly throwing it on. This feels semi-mean.
No, it's pretty random.
Last note.
No, but all right.
The focus goes off here. Keep the focus on Buzz. I don't know where it goes. Like you lose the focus for some reason somewhere.
Yeah. There's a few frames in there indeed that. Yeah.
It's like focusing on the train or something, or you're doing autofocus with your camera, with your cine camera. Make sure the focus is, you set it to tracking and set the target to Buzz, and it'll just stay on him.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. But I think you got a lot of nice little things to tweak here that I think your render is already very fun. And yeah, you just have a couple little things to, I think, bring it all together on those final 2 days, and hopefully you still have enough time to submit without stress. How are you feeling after all this? Do you feel like it was helppful, or do you feel otherwise?
Well, I've learned so much. I've had so much fun with this challenge. I'm certainly gonna participate in more.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, like animation wise, for me it's been a blessing, honestly. It's been so fun.
That's awesome. That's good to hear, man. I really appreciate that. Sweet. Yeah. Well, we'll let you go with that, and thank you for coming on here and like being open to receiving all the feedback. Hopefully it's enough to kind of lock in here in these last couple days.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah,
thanks for the feedback, and thank you for having me.
Absolutely. All right, Alby, take care, my friend, and have a good weekend. Good luck with everything.
Bye, good weekend.
Yeah, we'll see you, man. Peace. All right, y'all. Thank you, guys. Steve, I see you in there. Thank you so much. Metatrox, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys giving that really good feedback. Sam, Coco Sam, I see you. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thank you, and everyone else in chat helping out. Yeah, good job, Alby. That's what's up. All right, let's get back to our next artist. I think we have like 2 or 3 more. Let's switch over and find their art. Dauni, what's up?
Hello.
Hey, which one's your render?
Oh, it's the horror with robots. Pretty dark.
Robot. Or this one?
This one. Yes.
Yeah, let's take a look. Oh, dang. What? What? That's breaking my brain. What a great... Wow, you did it. So Portal is confusing by nature, right? When you start like thinking about all the crazy loops you can do and like... And I'm trying to be like, wait, which character is which? Is it the same character from the beginning to the end? Like, what? That's insane.
Yeah.
Now my next question is, why are they doing this move? Let's see if we can find the answer.
Well,
Yeah, you're gonna say
first
something?
I thought, well, there's the turret
Okay.
up ahead
Yep.
who is shooting the tall robot
Yes.
Peabody. So it's
Mm.
like that first robot Atlas. He's like making some space for Peabody to smash that turret, and now later that I think, why is it happening? It actually doesn't make much sense, but it's cool. That's why I did
It's
it.
very
It's
cool.
just cool.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
It is a really sweet move. So maybe we'll take the next 8 to 10 minutes to figure out a way to communicate to like something doable to communicate why the move is happening at the front. Maybe we can figure something out. Do you have before we do this, is there anything that you're trying to do here in these last 2 days before submission with your render?
I've already done it. I've submitted it already.
Oh, you submitted. Then what? Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
need to talk about anything. Yeah, this is freaking great. Yeah, maybe there's a world where you find some way to figure out why the move is happening. I can see it where like he's using it as a block and he's smashing that and they're running and they're just like
Yeah.
team comboing their way through kind of through this environment, through the scene. But yeah, dude, it's a freaking sick move.
Thanks.
So let's see. All right, so since you submitted it, this will just be like a little review sesh. So what I like about it is the colors and the render quality, the animation, the subject matter is really, really well done. Like the fire back there, the haze, the fire underneath, it just makes it feel dangerous. It makes it feel chaotic.
Yeah.
The move is really unique. It's very cool. And I think you did a wonderful job of taking the like essence of Portal, which is, using the portals in a very creative way to navigate your environment. And you did it. Like it could be a very simple, oh, I go through this portal, come out of that portal. But like you kind of, this is the first time I'm seeing this. The way you're doing it is very surprising. And I think it's really, really cool. And you combined the animations in a really good way to get the character back to that running cycle that you need to blend back and forth between your the next renders. So that's all the good stuff. That's what I'm feeling. Let me see here. Let's check. Oh, thank God. I didn't want to look because you said you already submitted, but you submitted the right specs. You got 126 frames, 1920 by 810, and 24 FPS. So you, my friend, are not in the pit of despair. Congratulations.
Yippee!
Yes. I feel like, okay, now I should ask people if they've submitted before we get into it, because it'd be a different conversation. Now,
Yeah.
things that I think we could improve, you know, in the future. Because this is a nice little warm up here for next Friday's top 100 live stream reveal with the winners announcement with Sam and Nico. We're going to be going through each render, and we're going to be giving some creative feedback, talking about what we like, but also giving some creative feedback because you guys did ask for that. You know, in the past it's been just like, this is cool, this is cool, this is cool, next. But maybe it's like, this is cool, work on this next, you know, so let's try that. I think my first thought as to why the move is happening is valid. Like, what could have been a way to justify why the move is happening? So the lasers at the very beginning of frame are all over. I don't know if they're coming from behind or in front. It's really hard to tell. And I feel like maybe taking the tracer rounds, the bullets, off of here. What's the words? Let's try and use them. Keep it to just the shield. Have the shield work 100%. It's stopping bullets. No bullets are getting past. That will clear up the fact in my mind that the fire, the danger is coming from in front of them, not behind them. Because right now it seems like it's all around them. And just by having the fire in front of them might justify the move a little bit more.
Yeah.
So that's the first one. What else could justify? So like they're using this, boom. So he hits this turret, and knocks the turret over. All right, and then he's gonna smash it, like in this move, like in one swoop. They're doing like a team move, which is so cool. My next note would be, could you get that turret in frame for a handful of frames more before it gets knocked? Because I'm missing that turret 100%. There's no way I'm gonna see that turret. So it's all about clarity, right? We're just trying to make, trying to clear this up a little bit. So maybe you have this character a little bit further back, right? So we can see the turret in frame a little bit more. Yeah, you're doing a lot in a little bit. It's just packed with action here. So yeah, I mean, like, I guess just trying to like tee up this turret a little bit more so they know that they're hitting a turret. We want to communicate that they're running from a turret. I bet you chat probably has a bunch of ideas as well. Let's see. So he hits the turret, and then he's diving through. So he shoots one, dives back, shoots two, and he's doing this to like keep running, so he doesn't have to stop. Right? So he's doing it so he doesn't have to stop. Because there's this turret back here that they also need to run from. Yeah, there's a lot going on. So you have all the sparks, you have the fire, you have the portals, you have the lasers. Yeah, you might be able to lose these tracer rounds coming up and down vertically from this turret, just to kind of like make room for other visual information, more important visual information, right?
Yeah.
But also at the same time, it's like if he would have kept going and that thing would have kept shooting it, he would have gotten hit. So like it kind of justifies this. It's just a lot going on in such a small amount of time. Let's see. And then this guy starts shooting. And he's just missing them. So maybe this guy could have kept that shield and been blocking those hits from this guy. You know, probably would have been like,
Yeah.
if you were in battle, you wouldn't drop your shield, kind of a thing. And he didn't need to drop his shield. I don't know. that's the nitpicky stuff, man. Otherwise, this is freaking awesome. Like I said, your lighting looks great. Your render quality looks great. The move is super cool. It's very surprising. You're using the portals in a very creative way that fits, like, it's just really smart. I think it's really smart. Maybe could have used a little bit more samples, right? It's a bit crazy on the denoising, but I get it.
Yeah, I did submit different version.
Oh, great. Cool. That's awesome. Before we let you go, what were the things you changed on submission?
Well, the submission version I sent, it's just better quality and it has color grading.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's about it.
No, that's great. That's a really good thing to focus on at the end. It's like, well, what do I do? You know, make sure you got enough samples and make sure it looks good. So yeah, that's solid. How many challenges have you done before?
I've done boss fight and the last one, I don't remember the name.
Yeah, Eternal Ascent.
Yeah, that.
Did you make top 100 in either of those?
Yes, I did on boss fight.
All right, which one was it?
It was the Overwatch with the explosion.
Oh yeah, in the desert?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really cool. I like that one a lot. Very, very fun.
Thanks.
Yeah. Well, congrats on that, and congrats on submitting. This looks great. Hopefully it wasn't too harsh and nitpicky, but you know, just things to think about in the future. You should be very, very proud of this. I think it's really fun, and yeah, man. I look forward to seeing this in the montages. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming on here and joining us and being open to taking that feedback. Despite already being submitted and there's nothing you can do about it right here. So that's like the ultimate. I appreciate you being open-minded and taking that stuff in for the next time. So really good stuff. Great art.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. We'll catch you next time. I'll see you next Friday for the live stream. I hope you guys, I hope everyone here makes it to next Friday's live stream. It's gonna be super hype, so it'll be a good time.
Yeah.
We're gonna move on here. Dauni, thank you. We'll catch you later, yeah?
Bye-bye.
All right, peace. Sweet. Let's see. How many more do we have? One more. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, we got one more. And Sodamonte, let me know when you're ready and we'll kick it off. Let's cue it up. All right. Yo, Hyder Ali, what's going on?
I'm doing good, thanks. Been doing good.
Nice. Have you submitted already?
I have not, no. And I think I've still got a long way to go.
Thank God. Because your render's 127 frames. Woo!
Yes, I don't know how that happened. I'm gonna need to fix that. I have no idea how that happened.
Isn't that crazy? Like I've heard that from a lot of people, and it's slippery, man. You get that extra frame in there, and it'll freaking sideswipe you. So yeah, just check before you submit, please. Check before you submit. So important. Do you have a way of checking before you submit?
Yes, I have a DaVinci Resolve, so I'll do it the way that you've shown.
Okay, cool. Good to know, man. Good to know. All right, tell me about your render here. What's going on, and how'd you come up with the idea? All that stuff.
Yes, I mean this one is a couple of days old now, so I have improved the nature environment a bit.
Cool.
But like the basic idea is it wasn't meant to be an astronaut originally, but it was meant to be like this guy running through his city being like destroyed, and like I've got all these like cool explosions everywhere.
Yeah.
And then like this portal opens up for him to escape, and he comes into this like beautiful like nature, almost like a paradise kind of place. And I wanted to really show that contrast between like what humanity's done and what nature's, and that was my basic idea.
Okay, cool. So you want to show the contrast between like man,
Just
humanity
yeah,
versus
just like war,
nature.
war and peace.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, very cool.
So,
Where are you at with these next 2 days? What are your plans?
so I think this first environment I think it's pretty much done. Like the city one.
Yeah.
I'm rendering it now at full resolution.
Good.
And but I think this second one I'm still working on. I've changed it since this one, so I've like added some waterfalls and I've changed some of the trees, and like I've also added like a dragon flying by. I'm not sure if I'll keep that or not, but
Okay.
like I think mainly finishing that second environment and then post processing.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Because that was my note, was more samples on those explosions. I know like VDBs and all that stuff. It's like Liquid Sims, dude. You're going hard on your computer.
Yeah.
But yeah, more samples there is good. But it does feel, it does feel complete. It does feel chaotic like it should. And your lighting is really cool. You're doing a good job of like lighting your character too. Nice silhouette. It's very easy to read your character. And the rim lights you got going on here looks really great. I don't know if that's just like, is that just a fake light or is he being lit by these explosions?
No, that's a fake light. It was very intentional.
Yeah, it looks great. It looks really great. The portal, let's see. Little
So the
wrist.
portal, I've slowed down the opening animation since this, so the portal takes longer to open up now.
Okay, cool. It's emitting light. Very fun. Yeah, that's cool. I don't know if they're like, I almost feel like it's so saturated blue, it might need some like inner core of glowing white to kind of balance out the super saturated blue. But that is a nitpick and it might be low on the list of things you have to do. But that's just a very, very small nitpick thing. Really great transition. I love that you're like faking it, you're cheating it like that. That's very smart. And then in terms of this environment, okay, watch out for these poppin' plants coming in here. I just noticed that.
I've just noticed that too. That might be where the extra frames come from.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it could easily be this second video just needs to be pushed back by 1 frame. Yeah. That's a pretty easy thing to overlook there. Okay, so he dives into this world, and yeah, like I think for me, the second world feels a little, I'm just gonna loop the second world. I think to me, like, you're talking about adding a dragon and all this and that, like, it might be a bit much if the dragons, like, because the first world is chaos, and the second world is peace. And if you add so much to the second world that it feels like chaos, then you might be missing out on that like contrast of energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
So there's something to keep in mind there is like you want it to feel like a break. You want it to feel peaceful. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Waterfalls, dude, that adds to the peacefulness for sure. But any like fast moving stuff or like big things, like tons of stuff to take in, it might, just be aware of that. I think lighting wise for me on the second one, it just needs a little bit of like beautiful sunlight strips of
I've changed it slightly. I've added some like light rays coming down, and the lighting on the characters now dappled, so it's coming through trees.
Good. That's what I was gonna say. It needs a little bit of highlights in there on the character too. Like it feels like it's the end of the day and like there's no sun, but it needs to be like golden hour, right? Where the sunlight is just like sniping through everything. But yeah, that was my note. It was just kind of on lighting. Giving it just like a sunlight source. It looks like right now you have like a big area light off to the right. Is that correct? Or you just have it like Your sun radius.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
I have two big area lights just shining the entire scene.
Yeah.
I've changed it now a little bit, but that's basically what it is.
Okay. Yeah, I think it just needs that sunlight. It just needs that hot sunlight source, lighting your character, and like it could even be like I've mentioned this on a previous stream, but in my alternate realities render, I was kind of like walking through how to just do like a strip of sunlight, but cutting it off from the like adding some flags to cut it off from the foreground, in the midground, right? So it's just kind of like spotlighting your character, but yeah, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you might be able to add that sunlight from the right onto your character, and then pull it away with flags from areas to make it feel a bit more dramatic and a bit more focused on your character, right? So like you could have a big old ray of sunlight hitting this giant circular area back here, and it's like the sunlight is peeking through the overcast clouds, and it's just like spotlighting from the heavens this giant circular ring.
Yeah. Do you think that like that sky that I have right now, that blue sky, fits, or do you think it should maybe be more like sunset or like overcast?
I think sunset is the vibe, and I think this lighting or this HDR, or I don't know if it's HDR, whatever. I think it could fit, the sunlight vibes. Is it an HDRI or are you in Unreal? What
It's
is it?
just an image. I'm in Blender, and it's just
Yeah.
a big PNG.
I mean, it feels like it fits this scene, but once you add that sunlight, it might, maybe you need to change it out, maybe not. I don't know. Are you using Polyhaven for or I don't know, you said it's an image, it's not an HDRI.
Yeah, it's just. I literally just looked out my window, took a picture of the sky,
Oh,
and
cool.
slapped it on the plane.
I love
That was
it.
it.
I love it. Yeah, I would play with it, right? Work your sun in, feel how it feels, and then if you need to switch the background, then do so. But I mean, as far as this, it does feel like it fits.
Yeah.
But
What do you think about that root on the ground? That's like I don't know if you can really tell even.
I
That
can
it's
tell.
like growing along the player. Do you think I should keep that, or do you think it's just a bit much?
it definitely, like, it looks cool. I think it feels really cool, and I love the way it's like dipping in and out like a dolphin. It's a matter of like, is it adding a chaotic element to this peaceful world, or does it just feel like he's swimming with the dolphins? So it's a little like, I could go either way on it. I think it's fun. Just ask yourself, does your contrast work from chaos to peace? Do you feel like it's a peaceful thing? And like, maybe you play with it, and if you find it's too chaotic, it's a little hard to say right now. Let me try this again. I think it's cool. It makes me wonder, like, would other areas of this environment have that? And that's probably too late, right? You only have 2 days. Animating more of that stuff.
I mean, I can probably do it. Like have like a roots wrapping around one of those circular things or something. Like I've had like a root wrapping around one of those islands.
Yeah, I just don't know how necessary it is, like what it's adding to the story or to the vibe. So I don't know, it feels a bit more like a random thing that just feels cool versus like something that's supporting the story. So I would just focus on your story and focus on like the energy you want to communicate with this contrast, and kind of make decisions based off of that. You only have 2 more days. I'd focus on the lighting, getting that second area feeling nice. Not that it's not looking nice now. I think you're like 1 step away. You already said you've been doing some work on it, so yeah, I mean that root doesn't really bother me too much. It's not like it's like out of place or anything,
Yeah.
I hope that helps. I don't know. Do you have any other questions
that
on your
helps, man.
scene? Like, how are you feeling with it all?
I think I'm overall happy. I think I still need to do. I've not done any post processing or like compositing yet.
Yeah.
So I mean, is there anything you think I should do specifically in that, or?
Oh, dude, fog cards. Add some fog cards to that scene. Make it feel like a misty, like, yeah, you're gonna have the sunlight coming through, but like, see if you can't add little pieces of like atmosphere and fog like behind here to separate this giant chunk from the background. Like, I think if you add fog cards in specific little places, it'll give it more depth and it'll make it feel more of like a big old world. And it'll also kind of like, everything back here kind of feels like it's maybe in 2 planes or something. The fog cards will make it feel like it's just like crazy depth and distance. So if you have time, I'm always a fog card fan. I think it goes a long way. So yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
that would be my little thing. Maybe some birds back here, right? To open up the environment a little bit. Throw some like birds back up in there, you know, flying off of this one tree or something. Just to kind of like communicate the vastness of the environment, the contrast between this like real claustrophobic environment to this one where you can breathe now, you know.
Yeah, that'd be quite good. Just duplicate those birds.
Do you feel like the things you need to do here or want to do feels overwhelming, or do you feel like you have a grasp on like the handful of things that you're trying to get done in these next 2 days?
I think, to be honest, I think I started quite late. I've only spent like a week on this,
What?
so
Jeez.
like, I think I've got a lot to do, but I think I can get it done. I mean, I've got 2 computers, so I've got them both rendering.
Good, one for each scene.
I think exactly, yeah.
That's awesome.
So hopefully it's fine.
Yeah,
I
okay.
think, I mean, I'll work all night on it, and hopefully it works out.
Yeah, man. I believe. Just don't cut it too short. Give yourself time to submit and like make a mistake, fix it, and resubmit. Or not resubmit, but submit properly. Yeah, man. Good luck to you. I think you got it. Like, it's looking really nice. It seems like you're ahead and you kind of got things figured out. Check out chat for any little last pieces of advice. Definitely comb through that. And other than that, man, good luck. Congratulations. It's an awesome scene. 126 frames. 126 frames. You got it.
Yeah.
You got it. We'll let you go though, man. But thanks for coming on. Thanks for being a good sport about it all. And we'll see you in the montages. Good luck with it.
Cool, yeah. Thank you very much, man.
Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah, I'll see you later, man. All right, y'all. That's it. Good luck to everyone here, to all the artists here submitting this weekend. Like I said, give yourself time to catch any mistakes and submit properly, all right? Try not to be in a position where you're like down to the last 30 minutes scrambling to upload, and it's hopefully your internet doesn't go out. Like we get a few of those every time. We just won't be accepting any late submissions. So give yourself proper time. Please watch the pinned video in chat. Y'all see it. It's up there. How not to submit. All right. Watch that before you submit. Next Friday, myself, Sam, and Nico, are going to be going through the top 100, revealing those to you guys, and picking the 5 winners. I cannot wait to see this art, guys. I've been keeping away from it. Besides these streams, I hadn't seen anything, and I'm ready to have my mind blown. I know you guys are crushing it. I know you guys are out there working hard. So definitely mark your calendars on Friday. It's going down. Next Saturday, I'm pushing this video by one day. or by 1 week, I'm doing this whole like procedural Pompeii video. I'll give you a little sneak preview of it. But in Unreal Engine, I'm teaching you, it's another mega tutorial. I'm teaching you how to do procedural environments in Unreal Engine, and we're going to be recreating the ancient city of Pompeii, inspired from my trip to Italy that me and my wife took for our 2nd anniversary. Let me get this pulled up. I just exported this last night as a test to kind of just see where I'm at with my renders. But let's get this going. I'll show this to you guys. So we got some custom photo scans. We're going to be covering custom photo scans for the video. This is all procedural. We build the rule set in Unreal Engine together and then hit generate, and we find some really cool shots. I'm going to put together like a little montage, peaceful, relaxing montage at the end of the video. We got Mount Vesuvius back there. And this is like kind of over the last 2 days, me just rendering out different shots and everything. Some I might add most I might add, some I might not add, right? Obviously we got some weird lighting issues here. I'll have to re-render that. But yeah, I'm just getting a bunch of fun shots. We're going to be scattering a bunch of cool photo scans, custom photo scans, and like scattering all these flowers in a fun way. So this is next Saturday. This comes out a day after the live stream reveal. So I'm really, really excited for it. It's been a lot of fun capturing these different scenes, playing with ultra dynamic sky, getting full control over those clouds. I've really learned how to like use those clouds and shape those clouds to how I want. But yeah, I'm excited for it. So that'll be a fun one. It's gonna be like a 35-minute video, full deep dive on just procedurally generated content, PCG. Procedural content generated. I don't know. Just broke my brain there. What else? Guys? I mean, good luck. Good luck with everything. Have fun. And Sotomonte, I'm in your ear. Or I see you. Do we need to wrap out? I know you had we gotta get Sotomonte back to Milan. No. We gotta get Sotomonte back to Barcelona. Do we need to wrap it out, Soto? Or we gotta all right guys, we gotta call it. We gotta get Sotomonte back. Thank you guys. Y'all are awesome. Have a good weekend. Good luck. I'll see you next Friday for the Top 100 stream. Kill it, guys. Later. Peace.